make media. Another convenient editing tool is something that's called Ripple Edit, and actually it's a Ripple Edit tool and then Ripple Delete. And lots of times you'll get your project where you have tons of clips, and all you want to do is move one clip in the middle of the file over a little bit to close it up against the next clip. But you want to move like 20 other clips you have in a row over with it. So for example, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 clips, and there's a big space here. And a typical thing would be that I want to close this gap, but I also want to keep everything behind here in the same position that it's in right now. So what I can do is I can right click in this little space area, and you get this option called Ripple Delete. So everything from that point over moves so that the clip that you're in between are now juxtaposed directly, so right next to each other, and the other clips move over accordingly. And that's called Ripple Delete, so it's pretty convenient. Okay, now Ripple Edit is a specific tool, and the way it works is it actually will change the in or out point for one clip, but at the same time it will keep the two clips together, because normally when you edit you want two clips side by side. You don't usually want a space unless there's some special effect you're going for. So in this case we got these two clips that are side by side, and I can play them up here in the program window. And so if I play them, notice the first one begins with this Budweiser sign and then a church. And you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want the Budweiser sign and the church thing. So what I can do is but I do want these clips to stay together. So what I can do, as long as I take this tool, which is called the Ripple Edit tool, and note that it's different from the tool that we use to just trim a clip, because it'll keep the clips together. So it deals with two clips at once. So if I have the tool like this, it means what it's going to do is it's going to change the end point. It's going to cut off some of that beginning, the beginning of this clip. So the Budweiser sign, for example. So let's say I want to get rid of Budweiser. I want to start with the church. Well, I can go here, and I got to make sure you see that's facing the wrong direction. I need to make sure it's facing this direction so that it'll change the end point of this second clip. So I can take it and I can grab it, and it'll lock to my little timeline indicator. And I realize that I forgot to do the Ripple. I just wanted to illustrate what happens if you forget to select the tool. So I select the Ripple Edit tool, and now I can go here and I can move it to where the church is no longer in there, but the two clips stay together. So now if I go back and play, notice it goes from the cemetery, then it goes directly to the church, and it got rid of the Budweiser sign. And conversely, you can do the exact same thing in reverse. So I can get rid of the end of this other clip when it's facing that way, while still maintaining this clip and making sure the clips stay together. So that's the Ripple Edit tool, and then the tool that moves things together is the Ripple Delete tool. And there's your Ripple Delete tool. Make media.